The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Cunningham. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Pickett on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Pickett. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Pickett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down now, it's Atkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Roper. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Roper. He completes this one to Mack. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rolling to his right. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Roper looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Kevin Pirates. 18, pioneer.
On 1st down, Roper trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went, That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Complete, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Pickett. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he will be taken down with a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Ready up. 65 catch. 65 catch.
On 1st and 10, Roper. He hits Adams, complete.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
70 Rangers. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw. Roper. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. They'll run on 1st down. Adkins.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw. Roper. as the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
A try here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Carry there, and it'll be second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Up the middle with Eckler.
And he'll push forward for a couple.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. On third down, it's Atkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Running on first down, Eckler. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd down, it's Atkins. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They go with Cunningham. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Roper.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Panther 11, come 19, come 19, 18, Rattler, 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Roper. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Roper. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's done. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Drop 60, drop 60. Mustang 19, Warriors 70. Big Lion. Ready,
Looking to throw. Roper forced out to his... And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this. But you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Reno! Smash! Hey!
Pickett back to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Pickett able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
a 2nd and 10. Pickett right back to the air again.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Galvin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Galvin. There he goes, left side. Inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead.
There he goes, right side. And bulldozing his way through. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
75 yards.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.